It's a rainy day, so we're making bread. Well, I already messed up. I'm using my bread maker for this dough setting. I've had this for like 20 years. You're supposed to put the liquid ingredients first and then the dry, but I did the opposite, so we're gonna try to make this work. There's the yeast on top of the flour. Not having it come in contact with the water is gonna be a problem. We'll have to wait and see. That's the dough program. That will go for an hour and a half. Anybody else like watching this stuff? Like watching the washing machine? I also have a KitchenAid that I thrifted a couple years ago, but I prefer the bread machine whenever I don't have much time. I almost forgot to press the record button. So I actually took it out of the bread machine after a half hour because I felt like it was over kneading, which I've never questioned it before, but this time around I really didn't want it to do that. So I put it in this bowl. I put it in the oven with the light on with a tea towel over to get it to double its size, which it has after a little bit over an hour. So now I'm gonna roll it out onto a floured surface here. I'm gonna make a log so I can separate it into, I'm gonna go with 10 pieces because I'm gonna make it a little bit on the small side so it lasts longer because the kids will devour this very quickly. So I'm gonna make 5. Alright, we'll try to make it work. Try to get 10 out of this. At the end always gets the short, so we'll make it smaller on top. Alright, that looks good. Alright, now we're gonna make rolls out of this. Now, there's like techniques out there which I have not mastered, so you could use 2 hands to make your balls. If you know how to do that one-handed thing, more power to you. I do not. So we're supposed to put this onto a baking sheet and let it rise for another 10 minutes, I believe. So I'll get back to you after I've done that. In the oven because my house is generally 70 degrees and I think it needs at least 75 to rise properly. And now we're preheating the oven at 425. I have to check if maybe that should be 450. So we'll preheat that and get on with the baking finally. Did that double? Yeah, more or less. All right, finally, we've reached our preheated oven time. Now we can get to baking. So it was 425 for 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna start with 15 minutes and look at it and decide if we need more time after that. Some people take the temperature of the bread. I don't have such equipment, so we're gonna just eyeball it. All right, we got the 15-minute bell. How's it looking? Ooh, that looks good. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes to brown up a little bit more, and then we're calling it. All right, let's get them on there. Hot! Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Now you can let this cool, obviously, let them cool down so you can actually eat it without burning yourself. But perfectly good to eat while it's still hot, as opposed to like a cake, which you have to cool down all the way. I have one of these thermometers. Let's see if it says anything interesting. Poking it from the bottom. Yeah, 200 degrees I think is the right temperature. So yeah, we're there. Awesome. I did it right. Woohoo! This is for meat. Nothing about bread. But it worked. Someone said if it's hollow at the bottom, sounds hollow, means it's done. I don't know what hollow sounds like. That sounds hollow, right? All right, I've let this cool about 5 minutes now, and we're gonna cut into one of these so I can finally have lunch. Been waiting patiently to get one of these. La 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 la. Ooh. Oh, sorry. So I didn't knead very good when I was making the rolls because I made a hole, but that's okay. Still plenty delicious. Well, let's try a piece. Let's try the middle. Yep, I cut down on the sugar that was recommended because my kids have enough sugar, but one of them doesn't like sweet bread, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna make my sandwich. Thanks a lot for hanging out today and watching me make rolls. I'm excited. I can do rolls. I tried to do flatbreads, like sandwich breads, but not so. I haven't figured that out yet. But this is good. I think it had to do with the kneading. The bread machine was over kneading it and making it super dense. But taking it out ahead of time, I think that does the trick. All right, like I said, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.